on the low. Den, where we've got a non-conference matchup between the visiting Lucas Cubs and the home court Crestview Cougars. This Tuesday night edition of High School Hoops is streaming to you live and free on your smartphone, TV, tablet, or computer. And it all comes to you next.
Here we go now.
Here we go now. Here we go now.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Casasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Casasa.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
And where? What do you say? The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
Back to the Cougars Den. Storm Blunchley joined, of course, as always, as per the usual, by the one, the only illustrious Garrett Parlett. And Garrett, back at the alma mater once again today. Gotta feel good.
Yeah, Storm, it's been a long time since we've been here. I think it's the first time here in the new year that's coming into the Cougars Den and see a pretty big matchup here tonight against the Lucas Cubs out of the Mid-Buckeye Conference, and then, of course, the Crestview Cougars from the Firelets.
Let's jump right into our pre-game show, sponsored, of course, by Kissel's Lawncare and Snow Plowing. Who else but Kissel's, of course. Lucas sitting at 9-2, Crestview sitting at 6-5, and Garrett, this is a school who's got a little bit of history together.
Yeah, Storm, last year Lucas beat Crestview pretty handily. I believe that one was down at the Cub Cave, 74-47. So obviously a double-digit victory for the Cubs. They've really been able to handle this series here for the past couple of years, but last year did it as well. The Cubs 9-2, undefeated in the Mid-Buckeye Conference. The Kings over there and Crestview 6-5. They struggled in the Firelets Conference so far this year.
Let's dive into a little bit deeper into those Lucas Cubs, Garrett, a school who's always in the mix, always good, no matter what sport it seems to be. Second-year coach Taylor Eisman, he really knows what he's doing with this squad.
Yeah, they're first in the Mid-Buckeyes Conference halfway through the year, and they should be able to pretty much seal that one up here in the next coming weeks. They've dominated for years to come. Eisman, one of the elite coaches in the area. They score about 54 points a game, but they don't need that much points and that much scoring to them. They only allow about 44 a game. They've had a top-tier program, as we've already mentioned, and they've won 3 of their last 4.
Now let's get into it, into the thick of things, and see what Lucas needs to do to take this one home as we roll right along on our Kissel's Lawncare pregame. Garrett, you've got a healthy list of keys for us, as well as a few key players for the Cubs.
Obviously, with the Cubs, they run that zone scheme, and it's really locked down teams for so many years that they got to limit the transition for the Cougars, because if Crestview can get out in transition and get some easy looks, that's going to help their total. Obviously, you got to box out. When you got guys like Mason Ringler and Owen Barker down low snatching those rebounds, they got to box out tonight. Obviously, the key players, Logan Toms with 14.2 points a game, Corbin Toms with 12.4. These two are going to be the special players to watch tonight as we roll right into our spotlight player of the game.
Yeah, Garrett, you have seen the Super Mario Brothers, but I don't think, a lot of people are used to the Super Toms Brothers here at Lucas. Let's step right into one of the Toms Brothers, Corbin Toms, who's been an absolute delight to watch if you're a fan of the Lucas Cubs.
Yeah, the Toms Brothers, they go back and forth. One will have a really great night. The other one will pick it up the next night. They go back and forth, but Corbin Toms averaging 14.2 a game, 5.7 rebounds, 1.5 steals a game, and only 9 games played. So it'd be curious to see what Lucas can do if maybe one of those Tom brothers can get shut down from the Cougars, but I'm not seeing that here tonight, Storm.
Now let's move right along onto the home court Cougars. Take a look at their spotlight. Of course, under, I believe, second year as well, Coach John Kurtz. John Kurtz really turned this program around, Garrett, last year. It's been a treat to watch him and, what he does for this team.
Yeah, Storm Kurtz in his second season with the Cougars. He was previously here a couple of years before, but now comes back 22-13 so far for him. So obviously a great start for the Cougars. And just starting off, he's turned the program around completely. And they started off 4-0. They lost 5 straight, and they're now on a 2-game win streak. So a bit of a roller coaster season so far for the Cougars. They have to find a balance. They got to find a guy. They got to find an identity. And a huge win against the Lucas will do a lot of momentum going into a big Firelands Conference matchup against Western Reserve.
We're going to listen to the national anthem here. We're going to take a step away from the mics. Back into the booth. We're going to move right along in our Kissel's Lawncare pregame show. We're going to take a look at the Crestview keys to success tonight, Garrett. It is going to be a tough non-conference matchup, but the Cougars, they have a couple of things that, in their back pocket if they really want to get this one done.
Yeah, they must constrain the tempo. Obviously, Lucas team that, as we mentioned about their zone defensive scheme, they don't let a lot of teams score a bunch of points. They got to control their tempo. They got to pick it up, get fast, and not let the Cubs really get set defensively, and they have to start fast. You got to start with some momentum. If they get down real early, Lucas can put the game away pretty quickly.
One consistent player for this Crestview Cougars squad is, of course, Owen Barker, and he was our player spotlight tonight for them. 10.7 points per game, 5.3 rebounds, as well as almost 2 blocks per game, an interior force to say the least.
Yeah, very high motor, too. You're never going to see this guy quit on a play. He's constantly chasing down blocks, constantly chasing down defenders, and he's very athletic. As soon as he gets in a fast break storm, we're looking at showtime. He's going to look and see if he can get a dunk here tonight, and Lucas is going to see if they can stop him.
Let's take a look at the starters now. First for the away team, Lucas Cubs, a squad like that is doing very well for themselves. Taking a look at their starters, Logan Toms, of course, Ty Lanehart, Corbin Toms' brother, Andrew Finello, as well as Andrew Smolin. Now switching gears over to the home court Cougars, taking a look at their starting lineups. Very familiar cast of players for them, and their starting lineup has been pretty consistent throughout the entire first part of the year. Austin Wells, Heath Cash, Jarek Ringler, Mason Ringler, as well as Owen Barker. Garrett, tip-off just moments away. This one is going to be a fun one to watch.
Yeah, so we're going to see if Crestview can obviously start this one fast, as we mentioned in the pregame, because if you let Lucas come out here and really set the tempo and slow things down, that's exactly what they want to do. Want it to be a methodical, slow game. It's going to be a struggle for the Cougars to get any offense all night long. So see if they can pick it up, start fast, and feed the big man down low, Owen Barker.
Definitely, and this one is going to be a defensive treat. If you like defense, which, hey, I'm a sucker for defense. I like that tough grit, fan of the bad boys back in the day. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, both teams allow under 50 points a game, so we're not going to see a lot of offense here Storm tonight. It's going to be which team can pick the right spots, pick the right times to score, and get it done here tonight.
Owen Barker has out of the ring, looking to go to work down low. A couple of crafty moves in the lane, gets his own rebound, puts it up, and gets it to go. That's going to start off the Crestview scoring.
And that's what they need here tonight. They need Barker down low, Storm, grabbing offensive rebounds as he did right there. It's a nice pass from Smolin down low to get it to go for 2.
Einhart with that quick layup basket, gets it to go. We're all tied at 2 now. The offenses came out running today as Jarek Ringler has the basketball on the left wing, picks up his dribble, gets it over to Raymer now. And Garrett, in the first couple of games we called for Crestview, Raymer I don't believe was in the starting lineup, but as the season has gone on, he's made more of an impact, and Coach John Kurtz has thought he's deserved a starting role.
He shoots 50% from downtown Storm, averages about 5.6 a game, so a key contributor to this squad. He's actually, I believe, top 5 in scoring, so they're going to need him. Usually providing a spark off the bench, but tonight getting inserted into the starting lineup against a very tough defensive Lucas team.
Logan Toms inbounds that one to his brother. And Garrett, I know we both are, a couple of guys with some siblings. It must be, pretty competitive out there in practice for those two guys.
Yeah, I'm sure in each and every game. I want to score more. I want to score more. They go back and forth, and they've done all season. Want to score more one night, the other one will too. So let's see which Tom brother shows up tonight. I'm sure they both will.
Corbin has it now, goes back door to his brother Logan. That one gets blocked. And Garrett, as Lucas makes a interior basket, that is one thing, one bright spot for this Crestview defense is Owen Barker has been down low, sending back shots left and right, and really locking down this Crestview defense.
Yeah, he's got 13 blocks on the year, Storm. You don't want to bring it inside when Owen Barker's down there, as Lucas is going to queue up a 3, and that one's going to go. That's from Ty Lanehart, and that's from downtown. And Lucas, Storm, already up 7-2, and now they're implementing the press.
Owen Barker has it now. Raymer in the corner. He tries to answer the three-pointer. That one falls through the net, and Crestview's offense back on track.
Just mentioned him from shooting from downtown. He's become one of their low-key great three-point shooting options, Storm. Raymer has now shooting 50% from 3. They needed that bucket.
Corbin Tom swings it over to Finello. Owen Barker taking a seat and going to see the trainer. You see that knee brace he has on tonight. I don't think we saw that in the first part of the season, so hopefully everything's okay with him. But Mason Ringler will check in off the bench for him. Another interior force down low.
I think Barker, Storm, might got an official's timeout for blood. I think he might have got popped in the nose. So a bloody nose from Barker. He'll be back out of there probably soon.
Logan Tom swings it over to Corbin. Tom's three-point try, no good. Rebound tracked down by the Cubs. Saved right into the hands of the opposing team. Raymer has it. Kicks it over to Jarek Ringler. Now Heath Cash down low, goes up strong. Can't get it to go. Ringler down low. No good, but is going to be rewarded for his efforts at the free throw line with 2 at the charity stripe.
And Ringler Storm doesn't get a lot of love, but he does the dirty work down low. He's going to get the offensive rebound. He's going to play physical, and he's going to be a key piece to this Crestview team if they're going to pull off the upset here at the Den.
Ringler, first attempt at the free throw line. Couldn't get that one to fall. Still has another attempt. Owen Barker still being attended to on the sidelines for the bloody nose. Mason Ringler, that one falls for him. Lucas now taking it on offense. Haven't had a bucket in a few minutes, so we'll see if they can get back on track. Logan Toms now over to Corbin. All the way in the corner is Smolin. Smolin skip past to Finello. Cubs working the ball around. Inside now is Toms, and that one falls for Logan Toms.
We're used to seeing Lucas Storm run that zone, but now it's really been flip-flop. They're on man, and nice steal right there. Toms gets it to go for two. And now a timeout from Kurtz. He knows he wants to stop this before it gets a little out of hand, Storm. As it's been great defense here the last couple of possessions with that zone press.
Definitely Garrett and Lucas, of course, known for their defense. I mean, it is just tough to score on them no matter what sport you're playing, whether it be on the football gridiron or out here on the hardwood. They are not a team that likes to let up points.
And that's a good example of what kind of hustle and effort these kids give. Obviously, not just on the floor here tonight, but in the off season, they're constantly in the weight room. They're constantly trying to get better, and they're all hustle, man. Even when you talk in an interview, Storm, they're so kind and so nice. They're always trying to do the extra pass, extra effort, and they've been doing it here early. Obviously, only up for 5 points, but I think that was a great call, timeout call from John Kurtz. Stop this one, get a press breaker drawn up to see if you can get something going here offensively.
We talk about the effort out there at Lucas, not only for them, but I did see something on Twitter the other night that their boys had gotten lifting canceled. I believe it was on Tuesday, and so Coach Bittler tweeted out that they were having the guys go and shovel a driveway for someone who may not be able to, and I always thought that was really wholesome and kind of a way to get your lifting in. That snow's pretty heavy.
Right. That's the whole Lucas community, man. They always rally together. They always got each other's backs, and no matter what sport, no matter what it is, they get it done. And it's just look at the defense right here, just swarming, not letting anything up easily for the Cougars.
So 6-11 score here on your Scout Construction scoreboard. Just under 5 minutes left to play here in the first. It's been a high-octane, high defensive hustle type of game here. Skip pass for the Cubs over to Finello. Now up top is Corbin Toms in the corner. Now inside, Logan Toms almost turned it over and does. Mason Ringler has it, slows it down to Austin Wells. Wells gives it across the timeline. Raymer open in the corner, but just for a second as Lucas's defense closing out right there once again. Wells has it.
Crestview going to desperately need a bucket here, Storm. I know it's only a 5-point deficit, but the defense for Lucas is not going to give up many opportunities. It's right there. Finello's going to swipe that one away and force Crestview to get another try.
Hey, if you're watching live and free tonight, make sure you hang out in our fan zone. Comment on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. And our guy Adam Thompson will get you on the fan zone, and we'll read it out loud here on the OH Report.
Savvy play right there from Raymer. Just throw it right off the defender, falling out of bounds. Didn't want to turn it over. Really forced it out of bounds on the Lucas defender.
Wells has it on the inbound, gets it into Cash. Now over to Raymer on the left wing. Swung all the way over to Wells. Wells trying to work inside to Ringler. Can't get it there. Now he does. Ringler in the post. Stood straight up. Jarek Ringler on the right wing. Back up top to Wells. Raymer, Crestview being extremely patient on this offensive possession, making sure they get a good shot out of it. Ringler down low. Almost stolen by the Cubs, and it is Garrett. That Lucas defense is just swarming.
Yeah, they play with active hands. You got to make sure you fake a pass to make a pass, Storm. That's another one of Coach Goon's saying coming out of me right there, but fake a pass to make a pass. Don't let the defender just jump and get the easy steal. As Lucas queues up a three, not going to get it to go, and Crestview gets a defensive rebound and pushes the pace.
Raymer all the way on the other end, one-on-one, fast break, smokes the layup. But, I mean, terrific defense there from Smolin. Raymer thought he was going to take a lot of contact. Smolin fakes it, doesn't give him any, and Raymer just a little too nervous on that one, I think. 3-point try for Lucas. They get their own rebound. Finello has it. Swings it over to Smolin. Now up top to Corbin Toms. Beautiful pass inside. Little too strong on the layup. Ringler comes down with the rebound, and that's going to be a foul on the floor for Leinart.
That was a great pass down low. I believe that one was from Toms down to Leinhardt. Just wasn't able to capitalize. Going to need a timeout from Coach Eisman here late in the first quarter.
And Garrett, Coach Eisman, a guy who's normally, pretty cool as a cucumber, some of the kids might say nowadays, but
his
pretty
last
calm.
name's Ice Storm.
Yeah, when his team isn't performing to what he thinks they should, he can really lay into him. He's a guy who, isn't afraid to get loud.
Yeah, he's a fiery guy, very passionate, and that's how you want your coaches. Not always to let everything slide, but be cool with these kids. These kids love him, and a lot of people have a lot of respect for Coach Eisman and his staff, and that's why they've been a perennial powerhouse for many years to come in Lucas basketball. They're not just a football school. They get it done in tournament time, Storm as well, in basketball.
And just a second-year head coach, as we've mentioned a couple other times on this broadcast. I mean, that is really impressive for anyone at any level of the game. So big shout-out to Coach Eisman as Crestview inbounds it. Austin Wells has it. Lucas showing a little bit of pressure in the backcourt now. Logan Toms right there on Wells as Wells gets it across the timeline. Tom's really causing a lot of trouble as Wells gets it over to Cash. Now over to Jarek Ringler, almost turned over. Cash collects it in the backcourt. Raymer has it now on the left wing. Takes the screen from Jarek Ringler. Beautiful behind the back. Jarek Ringler three-point try, and that one goes for the Crestview Cougars.
Ringler Storm has struggled from deep this season, shooting a very low 21% from downtown, but right there going to knock up the average a little bit as Crestview knocked down the triple.
Finello had it, now swings it over. Logan Toms all the way on the right corner. Corbin Toms tried to sneak that one in down low. Raymer right there to steal it. They're going to call that one a push, and I believe that is Leinhardt's second foul, if I'm not mistaken, so he will promptly head to the bench. Coach Spittler always on our fan zone. Let's go, Lucas. And, Coach Spittler, one of those guys who loves Lucas no matter what.
Yeah, of course, Coach in football. He's also built a powerhouse down there in football, and always watching the OH report, always showing some gratitude. So appreciate it, and shout out to Coach Spittler from Lucas.
Cash three-point try on the way, no good. And Garrett, as Lucas is on the break now, 3-on-2. Toms takes it himself, and that one falls, but Heath Cash, Garrett, has really been struggling from behind the three-point arc, something he did very well last season, really not being able to get it done, though, this season.
Still leads the team with 15, but he's shooting 28%, obviously strong. I believe he was shooting upwards of 40 last year. And with a guy like Evan Hamilton gone down, not able to kick in, they got to play a little bit more team basketball, not as much ISO. So teams have kind of keyed in on Cash a little bit, obviously being the best shooter out there, but other teammates have been able to step it up, especially Addison Raymer, as he's leading the team in three-point percentage.
Rebound batted around. It's going to go into the hands of Lucas as Owen Barker checks back in. One of the leaders here for Crestview, one of the, really go get it done kind of guys. Offensively, defensively, it doesn't matter. He's going to give 110% on either end of the floor.
And that was a good stretch for the Cougars to really hang tough without him on the floor. Storm, their leading rebounder, really their leading point scorer as well. So only a 4-point game here with Barker just now checking back into the game after that bloody nose.
Lucas now on offense off of the turnover by the Cougars. Logan Toms has it. 45 seconds now left to play in the first. Lucas, three-point try. No good, but they're able to corral their own rebound. Church has it, almost gives it up. He's able to get it back. That's going to be a turnover. Ringler has it, almost throws it right away, able to get it. Kick it back outside, three-point try. No good from Waymer. Wells checks it down. 30 seconds now left to play in the first. Ringler with a spin move, puts him in the blender, puts it up, won't fill it up, but will head to the line for two.
I think that's something the Cougars need to do a little bit more. Use their size to their advantage, especially with Barker and Ringler down low, showing off the tremendous post footwork down there down low, and resulting in an easy trip to the foul line.
Ringler now with his third and fourth attempt of the night. Not able to get that one to go, so 1 of 3 for Ringler as Wells will sit down and Baith will check back in. Second attempt, no good. 25% now shooting for Ringler at the free throw stripe. 20 seconds now. Lucas the other way. They're going to hold it for the last one. Corbin Toms has it. Now over to Finello. He dribbles inside. Hop step. Almost gets it turned over. But back to Toms in the corner. Double team coming. Logan Toms, deep three-point try. That one good. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first, where it's 16-9 on the Scout Construction scoreboard. Going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
Welcome back to the Cougars Den. Storm Blunchley, of course, as always, joined by the illustrious Garrett Parlett. And Garrett, got a good one on our hands. You know, Crestview went down early, but able to kind of come back and make this one a little bit of a ball game.
Yeah, Storm, that was a big three from Toms there at the end of the quarter. But I see the comment, Storm, I just wanted to address it. They said that you mixed up that Iceman was his second year. He has been in there for, I believe, 7 years. I think you were talking about Kurtz. One of the fans just wanted to let us know. Just doing our due diligence. Yeah, little mistake from Storm, but no worries.
My bad. As Lucas is back on offense now. That's going to be a turnover for the Cubs. Not something they do very often. Garrett, usually a very concise and precise team. Turnover is really not a big forte in their game.
No, they protect the ball really at all costs. And Crestview, they got to get something going offensively. Now a 7-point game. That was a huge three from Toms to get some momentum back towards the Cubs.
Ringler has it now for the Cougars. Hands it off to Jarek Ringler. He swings it over to Baith. Takes a screen from Jarek now. A little more give and go action as Jarek Ringler has it once again. Tried to find Cash backdoor. Jarek Ringler, deep three-point try on the way, and that one's good, and another three-point falls for the Cougars.
Even though Ringler has struggled a little bit shooting the ball this year, Storm, only with 21% from downtown, we've seen him heat up a couple times. We've seen him against, I believe, opening night against Plymouth. He really carried them the victory, and then against Madison, he also had a couple threes, so he can heat up in a hurry, but I like to see the Cougars go down a little bit more into the inside game with Ringler and Barker. I believe they have the advantage down there in the post.
Yeah, has Barker scored tonight? I believe he only has maybe 2 points, but not usually what we're used to seeing, as Jarek has it on the fast break, kicks it out to Cash. Quick trigger three-point try. In and out, no good. Battle for the rebound, and Ringler showing off the muscles, getting that offensive rebound, but I believe they're going to call it a foul. We apologize here at the OH Report for our not great audio, our director is telling me, and he's also saying that we're going to leave him here at the Cougars Den so he can think about what he did. We're going to give him a little bit of detention tonight, and no going home for him, and no McDonald's on the drive home.
Not even for me, Storm?
No, you get it. You get it. It was, well, yeah, never mind. Adam's saying he drove me here, so I guess I kind of got to listen to him. As Crestview back on offense. Baith has it, swings it out to Heath Cash. Tom's on him, takes a screen from Baith. Back in the corner. Baith swings it over to Jarek. That one's stolen. One-on-one fast break for the Lucas Cubs. That one goes up. Great defense from Baith to get all ball right there, and that's going to be out of bounds. They're going to say it was last touched by Lucas. Huh.
Really surprised there was no foul call
on
the layup there, especially with the aggressive swipe down, Storm, from Mason and Baith. But maybe the refs have heard us say that enough. Maybe they're going to change things up, and maybe they're changing it from the swipe up now.
Maybe they're just sick of hearing us say it on the broadcast. I'm not really sure. Nonetheless, it is Crestview basketball, and Ringler playing a little bit of point center as he gets it over to Raymer. Owen Barker driving baseline, spin move, gets caught in traffic. Tried to sneak that one down low to Raymer. That's going to be a turnover. They're going to say it was out of bounds. Once again, last touch by Lucas. So it'll be Crestview basketball.
I think if you're Coach Kurtz, you got to be happy with how your team's playing right now. Only down 2 points. Obviously, the team has struggled offensively, but the defense has picked it up and only allowed the Cubs to put 16 up on the board. So let's see what they can do here offensively, see if they can either tie this or take the lead.
Raymer has it. Now at the free throw line is Mason Ringler. He goes to work, spin move, no charge call, offensive rebound. That one goes up and in. And Garrett, Crestview, something they live off of are those second chance gimmies down low.
I think they need to continue to do that, Storm. They got the height and size advantage down low with Ringler and Barker. They just need to continue to feed them down low and see if they can finally get something to go. And right there, Ringler has provided a spark off the bench early.
Smolin has it on the short corner. Logan Toms, 15-footer, no good. Cash getting a big defensive rebound, and Crestview with a chance to take the lead here. Jarek Ringler putting on the dribble moves, picks up his dribble, gets it over to Heath Cash at the top of the key. 4:55 left to play here in the second quarter. 16-16 on your Scout Construction scoreboard. Ringler has it. Beautiful feed inside. Barker couldn't handle it. Step back three from Heath Cash. That one's good, Garrett, and a little bit of moonwalker action right there. Heath Cash able to get both feet behind the three-point line.
Storm, as soon as Cash touches the ball, he is looking for the three immediately, and you love to see that with the confidence level of him as Tom's going to try to match on the other end. Not going to get it to go, and a scramble for the ball. Looks like we're going to get a jump ball call, but as I was talking, Storm, Cash has the ultimate confidence in his jump shot, and they need that from him here tonight against a very tough Lucas team, and that was nothing but water, Storm, from deep.
Oh, yeah. And that's what we're used to seeing out of him, a guy who is very confident, not scared to take his shot. I mean, we've seen him, I believe, not hit any shots for the first three quarters of the game, and then in the fourth, he'll go off for 15, all from behind the arc.
As you're seeing Tom's right there, the tremendous pass down low off the bounce. Not sure what play that was, Storm, but Iceman in his bag right there. He had three guys wide open as Tom's took it to the rack, got fouled ahead of the free throw line for a three-point play.
Corbin Tom's not able to get it to convert. A big rebound from Owen Barker. Jarek Ringler across the timeline for the Cougars, trying to put the moves on Logan Toms. Not going to bite. He picked up his dribble, getting it inside, down low, barbecue chicken alert. Owen Barker is going to take a lot of contact. And that's kind of what you have to do when you're playing against Owen Barker, Garrett. Really get into him, really make him uncomfortable, and be physical down there on the low block.
Well, with a guy that loves to be physical in Barker, you got to match that intensity. You can't just let him body you down low, and that's what the Cubs are trying to do so far. But I think they need to continue. If these fouls are going to continue to rack up, it'll be a quick 5-second call right there from the refs and a turnover for the Cougs.
19-18, Crestview with a 1-point lead. Lucas able to take the lead here. Vanello has it, dribbles inside, gets caught up inside, kicks it out. Looked like Lucas had an opportunity for an open three there, decides to kick it back out and reset. Corbin Toms has it. Now they decide to take a three-pointer, and it pays off as the Cubs take a 2-point lead over the Cougars.
Smolin has been living in that corner and finally got one to go from deep. Now a tie game at 21 apiece.
Wells has it, gets it over to Barker. He takes off from outside the painted area, and an easy layup as things are all tied up. Lucas now the other way. Corbin Toms has it, dishes it to his partner in crime, Logan Toms, and that's going to be a charge foul. Crestview putting their body on the line for the extra possession.
Nice play right there from Barker, just sliding your feet. Nice call right there from the Stripes. A heck of an effort from Barker to get there.
Yeah, Garrett, lucky there's no restricted arc there because he was inside of it. But
I almost said that, but I was like, oh, yeah, we're in high school. This is an NBA.
So very high effort play there from Barker, and a very good one at that as well, as Wells has it for the Crestview Cougars. Corbin Toms right there on him. And Garrett, the Toms brothers, very terrific at playing defense. They two of the best perimeter defenders I've seen at the high school level in a while.
There's so much effort here defensively for Lucas. It's like I've never seen a team take so much pride in defense before until I came to see these Lucas Cubs, because most high school kids, they want to get out and score and they want to light up the scoreboard, but here it's different here at Lucas Storm.
Wells down low in the post. He kicks it back out. Raymer, three-point try. No good. Barker tried to get the rebound. A lot of contact as Wells is going to pick up the foul. But, Garrett, I feel like when you're the Lucas Cubs, I feel like they're just five Energizer bunnies out there. They just keep going and going and going.
There's no quit, Storm, and the Toms leading this team. I'm sure they're going to have another deep postseason run. They had one last year. We got to call some of their games. They're going to be right back in that tournament, Storm, and in the mix in the D4 Willard District.
Gosh, and how fun was that at the Haas? Them versus both South Central and St. Paul. Those games, man, wow, those are definitely some of my favorites. Lucas now on offense. Finello has it. Corbin Toms inside. He's looking to get it over to Church and does. Lucas once again swinging this one around the perimeter, really using the ball movement to much effect as that one's going to be turned over. Clear the path for takeoff. Owen Barker all the way. Couldn't get it to go. Thought we were going to see a dunk. Looks like he might have been just a step too far into the basket. Lucas the other way in transition. Corbin Toms now slowing things down for the Cubs. Finello has it. Lucas once again another patient possession. And Garrett, this is a team that doesn't like to rush on offense. They like to get as many clean looks at the rim as they can.
And I think it's one of the first times I've seen Crestview run a zone, and thought that one might have been off Ringler there. They're going to say it was off. Was it Tom's out there on the wing? Yeah.
Yeah.
So Crestview going to get the ball back here, and another Lucas turnover.
And they're going to get the foul call right there. Garrett, a couple of 50-50 calls in a row going Crestview's way as Logan Tom's a little too aggressive on the inbound play. Jarek Ringler will step up to the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Ringler gets his first one to go. One more on the 1-and-1 for Jarek Ringler. Not going to get it to go, and that's going to be a push-off on Owen Barker, so maybe a little bit of a makeup call right there as Lucas is going to take possession, and Owen Barker is going to pick up a foul.
Crestview hanging tough here in the first half. Didn't know if many people, Storm, thought this was going to be a very close game. Lucas has really been running through the NBC, and Crestview has been struggling, however, on the two-game win streak, so getting some of that momentum back, and nice pass right there down low. Not going to get it to go, and Tom's not going to get it to go either as Crestview gets the defensive rebound.
So two gimmies that Lucas just wasn't able to convert on, and they're going to have a chance to expand their lead as Cash has it on the left wing. He dribbles inside. A small guy who's not afraid to go up with it, takes a lot of contact, wanted the foul, not going to get it. But Crestview is going to have it out of bounds, and we'll see if John Kurtz has Stack drawn up in his
He's calling a timeout, Storm.
Might be drawing it up, maybe. I don't know, Garrett.
I think the people that watch our broadcast are probably so sick of hearing about Stack.
I like Stack. I think it's a very effective play. The thing is, though, is you got to sell it. You know, if you're going left, you can't be leaning left. You know, that's when they know you're going to go there. You got to be leaning right. Give a little fake, then back to the left. You know, it's a play when you execute it leads to a basket, but it's deceptively tricky. I'll say that.
It's living off a lot of misdirection, and if you can't pull it off, then you just can't pull it off.
I know.
So
got to take a couple of acting classes too.
We'll see what Kurtz draws up. I'm sure he might stay away from Stack here, Storm, but you never know.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if I'm recommending you plays, you want to run the opposite of that. So, I don't know. In freshman basketball, yeah, well, what is the opposite of Stack? 5 guys all the way at the other end. Hail Mary.
You might go to box.
Yeah, they might go to box. I don't know. We'll see.
Those are just some of the first plays you learn.
Those are the freshman plays you learn.
The first plays you ever learn in high school basketball. Motion, box, and stack.
Garrett, I think that I thought they were setting up for elevator there, but not sure what the play call is from Kurtz. We'll see. Raymer, a quick fake, working it down low inside, and just one of those deep inbounds plays. Hey, it works as Jarek Ringler has it, hands it off to Heath Cash. Wells now fakes one way, goes the other, and that's going to be a kickball violation. Another opportunity for the Cougars to run Stack.
Storm, let me ask you this. 1:18 left, up 1 point. Would you try to hold for the last shot here to maybe take the lead into half and give some confidence in your team? Or you try to get whatever you can get as fast as you can?
I'm just looking to score here on this possession. This one's got to be a score. I don't want to give Lucas the chance as Raymer drives in, misses. I don't want to give Lucas the chance to head into the break with the lead, but they're going to have a chance right here on this possession. Corbin Toms feeds it inside. They're going to say last touch by Lucas, and Crestview with another what seems like break. Well, I think Church touched that one last. I think that one's the right call. Crestview with another chance to expand their lead. They do end up getting it inbounds. Raymer has it, floats it up top, left it just short. That's going to be last touch by the Cubs once again. Crestview's going to inbound at the half-court line.
I think even if he would have caught that, it might have been a backcourt violation. I think he would have landed with behind there, but Crestview gets it into Wells and gets an easy layup at the rim. So I'm not sure what that play was, Storm, but that worked right there.
Sure as heck was not Stack as Lucas is on the other end. Blocking foul, counted and one. Logan Toms absorbing the contact and going inside, finishing with a chance to cut down the Crestview lead.
And blocking fouls and charging fouls they're such a risk, because if they do call the blocking foul, it's pretty much an easy layup at the rim unless it's some egregious contact, and right there making him pay at the rim for two, and now looking to tie this game up at 24 apiece, and he does.
Logan Toms gets it to go, and Crestview's going to have a chance to inbound as Stewart steps in. Another one of those big guys off the Crestview bench that loves to step in and cause havoc in the painted area. Jarek Ringler just out-muscled there by Toms, and Logan Toms gets an easy layup to go, and just like that, a 2-point Lucas lead with under 40 to play in the half.
Logan Toms just took his lunch money right out of his pail right there and then went up and got it for two, and Crestview looking like another turnover, and what a save from Toms.
One-on-one fast break, Toms all the way to the hoop. That one goes, and Garrett, a nightmare couple of possessions for the Cougars.
And Storm, I mentioned possibly holding it to go into the break to have that lead, and now it's been a full momentum swing, and now Crestview has an opportunity to try to cut into the 4-point lead.
Jarek Ringler has it. 8 seconds left to play here. Austin Wells, backdoor cut. No, not going to get it to go. 3 seconds. Lucas has to go quickly. 3/4 court. No good, and that's going to take us into the halftime break. 28-24 is your score in favor of the Lucas Cubs. Going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with some stats as well, second half action. But for now, you've been watching High School Hoops live and free on the OH Report.
Here we go now.
Here we go now. Here we go now.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Casasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Casasa.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
And where? What do you say? The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
It's halftime here at the Cougars Den. Storm Blunchley joined, of course, as per usual, as per always, as for what the schedule says, the illustrious Garrett Parlett. And Garrett, we got an exciting one here at the old alma mater.
Yeah, it's from a little bit of a momentum switch. I think Lucas went on a 5-0 run in the half, and a lot of it was from number 2, Logan Toms. The Toms brothers have had their handprints all over this game tonight, and it's been a defensive battle. Both teams under 30 points apiece.
Yeah, Lucas playing their brand of basketball, playing a little bit of bully ball here so far in this one. But Crestview, really sticking with it. Besides that stretch there in the last couple seconds of the first half, it's been pretty good for them.
Yeah, I think what they need to do is continue to go down to their bread and butter, and that's Owen Barker and Mason Ringler. They really do have the size advantage down low and the strength. They need to continue to feed the well and see what they can do here in the second half. As we mentioned, we thought about maybe if Crestview should hold the ball to end that quarter, and I think they should have. They would have went in with a little bit more momentum, but only down 4 points. Obviously, the game is still in the balance, but Lucas started to get things going at the end of the second quarter there.
Let's take a look at our halftime stats, brought to you by Kissel's Lawncare and, of course, snow plowing. I know the Kissel family had a busy Monday morning.
So if your driveway is still a little mucked up, get a hold of the Kissel to get good taken care of.
I might have to get them out at my house to plow our driveway. I know we're always a little bit lazy when it comes to the show snuffling, but let's get into these halftime stats. The Crestview Cougars with 5 field goals, 4 threes, 11 rebounds, 5 fouls, 5 turnovers, as well as shooting 2 of 5 from the free throw stripe. The Lucas Cubs now 8 field goals, 3 threes, 10 rebounds, 7 fouls, 6 turnovers, shooting a perfect 1 of 1 from the free throw line. And Garrett, it's a close game. Even statistically speaking, no team really has the clear-cut advantage heading into this second half.
It's been for the most part a pretty clean game. Not a ton of turnovers. It's just been really great defense, and both teams don't allow over 45 points a game. We kind of knew that coming in, that it was going to be a tough defensive battle, and Crestview hanging on to the ropes here, only down 4 points. They have a chance to pull off a huge upset, and what a momentum boost that would be heading into the weekend against a state-ranked Western Reserve team.
And how much would that mean to them as an organization as a whole, because it's been so inconsistent here. I believe they're on a 2-game win streak now, but they're beating the teams that they should be. That's something we talked about, but they're having trouble getting it done against teams that might pose a little bit more of a challenge.
Yeah, they struggled against the top-tier teams in the Firelands Conference, the Mapleton so far, and the Westerns and the South Centrals, but they beat the teams they're supposed to, and this would be a big win as Lucas they're no chopped liver. They're pretty good themselves. They're top in the NBC. They're 6-0 in that conference, so huge win here for Crestview. They can pull it off, but I think Lucas is going to have a little bit to say about that here in the second half.
Chopped liver making me hungry, Garrett. I'm going to go pick up a hot dog from the concession stands, and we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with second half action moments away here at the Cougars Den. Going to take a quick break, but for now, you've been watching High School Hoops live and free on the OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Casasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Casasa.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
Welcome back to the Cougars Den, where it's still halftime. Didn't get my concession stand hot dog, unfortunately, but we've got a little bit more action going on here on the OH Report. Northmore up 33-19 at halftime. Travis Berardi and Hayden Gray on the call for that one, Garrett. And, I mean, hey, who else but K-Mac Trav up there covering those Golden Knights.
Yeah, Storm, Big Mac Berardi, always got to get to those K-Mac schools. He is the Big Mac for a reason. And we got a good one on our hands as well. They do too, so if you want to pop over there, check some of their game out, and then check back when this one starts in about 50 seconds. Should be for a good finish here, Storm, at the Cougars Den.
Upcoming schedule here on the OH Report. Live games tomorrow. Colonel Crawford at Cary Boys Hoops. Colonel Crawford, one of those teams that is just absolutely so special, still undefeated. Margaretta at Willard Girls Hoops. Excited to get down to Willard, get me some Fu Sing, one of the best Chinese food places I've ever eaten at, and cover that game. And highlights tomorrow, Shelby at Lex Girls Hoops, Danville at Cardington Lincoln Girls Hoops, and in studio, Big Leagues, Country Road Rankings, and Area Stats Leader, as I believe, a couple of surprise segments from yours truly. Indeed. Raymer now inbounds it to start off the second half to Jarek Ringler. Gets to that high post area. Owen Barker going to work. A little more barbecue chicken to start off the second half as he's going to head to the free throw line for two. And Garrett, what do you think that halftime locker room was like with John Kurtz and those boys in red?
I think it was more of a, we can hang with these guys. I don't know if a lot of people thought that Crestview this would even be a 4-point game here at halftime, and I think they did a lot of it without their leading scorer in Owen Barker. And now getting into the free throw line, getting him some opportunities down low, I think is going to be the driving factor for the Cougars to be able to mount this 4-point comeback and get a win.
So quick trip for Owen Barker at the free throw line. Lucas now the other way. Corbin Toms has it over to Finello. Crestview in a little bit of a 2-3 zone now, trying to maybe take away some of that three-point shooting as Smolin not going to connect on that one. Jarek Ringler with a rebound. Crestview got an advantage, 4-on-5 now for them. Curious decision to bring that one back out. They had the advantage. There were only 4 Lucas defenders back, all 5 Crestview players as Austin Wells gets in the lane, puts one up, a little too soft, won't get it to go. Big rebound by Raymer and a beautiful feed inside to Jarek Ringler and Garrett. A quick 4-0-1 for the Cougars.
Big time rebound right there from Raymer. Just to grab that ball and then pass it down low to Wells, who finished with a layup. I believe that's his first bucket of the night.
Lucas now on offense, trying to answer 1-point advantage for them as things have really slowed down here. Logan Toms back up top to Finella. Now in the corner is Smolin. Finella once again. And Garrett, I mean, hey, if they run this all the way down through 2 straight quarters, they're going to win.
I think they're going to try to get some shots at the rim, Storm, but I think they're going a little bit slower than they even were in the first half. So maybe Coach Eisman's seen something that he wanted to slow down even more. As Lionheart gets an easy look at the rim, and that's what it does. A patient team swinging the ball around, finding the perfect shot as they get it to go to add to their advantage.
Yeah, and when there's no shot clock here in the high school league, as Jarek Ringler gets 2 more at the rim, time really isn't of the essence. You really can just go as slow as you want, and that's really bad for defenses. You got to play perfect defense, pretty much give up no mistakes for what seems like minutes on end, seems like days on end, I'm sure, for some of these defenses, and that can always be hard for them.
We talked about that, Storm, on the podcast. Should there be a shot clock in high school or not? As Logan Toms is going to get that one to go, fight through the contact, and get an and one to fall in. But we talked about that on the podcast, Storm. But Lucas, they use it to their advantage. A lot of teams might try to rush things. Nope, they're going to continue to. They'll pull it back out if they see something that they don't like. Continue to work it around and find the absolute perfect shot before they ever put something up at the rim.
Yeah, well, I mean, why would you rush, especially when you're so good at just breaking down defenses like Lucas always seems to be? I mean, no point. Take your sweet old time, man. And especially when you have the lead, the clock is your friend, as Lucas able to convert that old-fashioned three-point play. Wells now with both offenses going back and forth. Cash, quick trigger, three-point try, swish, and it's just kind of been one of those nights for him. That's his second three-pointer of the night.
Nice to see Cash finally starting to splash some of these threes, Storm. Now 2 here tonight. Look for him and that is a quick trigger. He was a few steps behind the three-point line, had a guy in his face, didn't have his hand up there, Storm, hand down, man down, sag off, your swag's off, Cash made him pay.
Yeah, can't let your swag be off. Definitely got to have your hands right in Cash's face. Can't play any lazy defense against him. As out of the half, Lucas able to answer again, and both offenses going tit for tat. Wells now on the inbound. Tom's guarding him. Wells gets it across the half-court line. High block now is Ringler. Going to work inside, big body moving down low, and that one very soft touch off the glass and in.
If you want to talk a little bit of football right there, Storm, that's an offensive lineman matched up against the QB, so I think that one goes in favor of Mason Ringler, but Lucas able to methodically pass it around, and Tom's, man, he is finishing these and ones left and right and gets another one to go.
Yeah, Garrett, usually I haven't brushed up on my football in a while, but I think, in most football plays, the offensive lineman's supposed to protect the quarterback, but, the offensive lineman giving a little bit of barbecue chicken down low.
I might add, though, you don't see many QBs like Lucas's QB, Andrew Smolin, he lead blocks. So I guess he is used to that physical play. He'll pitch it, and then he'll be the lead blocker in the hole. So we'll see if Crestview continues to go down to that matchup down low with Ringler.
Am I thinking of the one famous lead block in the NFL? Was that Tony Romo who laid a dirty one? Is that am I thinking about that right? Tony Romo, one of the best lead blockers in the NFL. Quote that one and put it in some book somewhere. Ringler once again trying to play a little bit of point center. That one's going to be a turnover. Lucas the other way with just over 4 minutes left to play. Logan Toms gets it over to Smolin. Smolin with a skip pass. Almost stolen. Jarek Ringler couldn't get a hand of it. Lucas is going to have a little bit of an advantage. Ringler able to get back into the play and get a block as well as corrals the loose ball. Raymer on the other end, one-on-one fast break. Raymer with the soft touch and a pleasant offensive game for him as well tonight.
Nice defense right there from Ringler to be able to regroup and regather, get the block, hit nothing but all ball, and then push the pace on the other end for an easy layup and cut it back down to 2.
Lucas now once again on offense. Heath Cash, a lot of physical defense right there, forcing Logan Toms to go away. Surprised there was no foul calls. It looks like Heath Cash was trying to maybe give those Lucas players a hug.
Storm, if you can get away with it, you're going to try to do so, especially against a team like Lucas. And Cash got away with a little bit of a bear hug there, a little bit of a hold.
Yeah, you can. Hey, nothing's a foul unless the ref calls it. As Cash has it on offense for the Cougars, hands it off to Jarek Ringler. Cash lays the screen now. Jarek Ringler getting inside, tough fall-away shot. No good, battle for the rebound ends up in the hands of Logan Toms. 2-point game here, still in favor of the Lucas Cubs. 3-point try, Finello off the front of the rim and out. Rebound falls in the hands of Jarek Ringler. Ringler getting bothered back there in the backcourt as Mason Ringler has it now. Raymer, no hesitation on the 3-point try, left it just short. Another battle for the rebound. Finello right there, 2-on-2 fast break. Little bit of ankles right there, charging call. Wow, Cash laying his body on the line, and Crestview with another big defensive stand.
What a play right there. Don't know if it was an ankle breaker or not, Storm, but Raymer didn't end up on the floor. Cash didn't matter, regrouped, got down there, took the charge foul. A huge play and a momentum boost for the Cougs.
Cougars with a chance to tie it once again. Ringler has it, almost turns it over. John Kurtz, very animated over there on the bench. And, John, one of those guys who also is, kind of a cool as a cucumber, as the kids might say. But I already used that one, didn't I?
I don't hear a lot of kids say that anymore. I'm not sure where you're getting that from, but I'll let you have what is yours.
I'm just an old guy now. I'm just getting old. I don't know what the TikToks are and the face pages and the Insta snaps. I don't understand any of that anymore. Crestview on offense. Cash has it, takes a screen from Jarek Ringler. Lucas very aggressive on defense this possession. Raymer has it. Ringler trying to establish position down low. Raymer almost throws it away, able to go up there and get it. Ringler now on the 3-point line. Hands it off to Cash. 3-point try, 2 steps behind the line, just short once again. And both these offenses starting to slow down here in the latter half of the third quarter.
Yeah, Cash didn't have his feet set right there on that play. Kind of misguided it. As Tom's trying to penetrate, can't get it to go.
2-3 zone still for Crestview, but a silky smooth move for Corbin Toms, as he's able to get the 2-pointer to go.
Corbin Toms just putting Mason Ringler Storm in a slow cooker right there. Letting it marinate, getting to go for 2, and extending it to a 4-point lead.
Ringler has it now to Raymer. Austin Wells on the three-point line. Cash thought about the three-pointer. Now Raymer, he also thought about the three-pointer, decides to bring things back out. Almost gets it tipped away, and Garrett Raymer just kind of looks a little bit uncomfortable with the basketball out there.
Well, it's a credit to the defense, Storm, from Corbin Toms. He's been up and Raymer really all night long. He's had a tough go at it, Raymer has here recently, but he's had a pretty solid game. He's got one of the best defenders in the area on him as well.
Almost another turnover for the Cougars as we have a player in the stands. That was Finello laying it all out on the line. Seems like everyone's okay, and you know, that's kind of what you get for sitting in the splash zone, Garrett. Nice. Mason Ringler set to inbound for the Cougars. He gets it into Raymer. 3-on-3. Raymer thought about taking it himself. Picks up his dribble. Tried to sneak that one inside to Ringler. That's going to be a lot of bodies on the floor, and that's going to be a jump ball, I believe, and possession arrow points towards the Lucas Cubs. John Kurtz elects to call a timeout here with 1:37 left to play. And Garrett, Crestview's offense, man, really just hasn't been the same since we hit about the halfway mark in the third quarter.
Yeah, both have slowed down a little bit to that very fast, high-octane third quarter to start, but things are starting to slow back down to how they typically are for both of these squads. Let's see what Kurtz and his staff draws up for this offense.
And Garrett, if you're John Kurtz, do you think about switching back to the man-to-man? I know they're running that 2-3 zone right now, but it seems like Lucas really isn't having a problem with it. So you may be thinking about switching back to man-to-man, or even maybe the coveted, amazing 1-3-1 zone.
I'm going to stay away from the 1-3-1 zone, Storm.
Avoid that like the plague.
I'm going to stay away from that zone. I might try to implement maybe a press. Crestview, when they were pressing the full length of the court, they were getting a couple steals and a couple turnovers, so looks like they're going to stay backed off, though. Looks like they're back in that 2-3.
Like you said, 2-3 zone for the Cougars. Lucas looking to crack it once again. 4-point lead for them. They're once again in no rush, taking their sweet old time. I'm sure they would be happy to just dribble it out for an entire another quarter in 1 minute and 20 seconds. As there is no pressure being applied by the Cougars, Garrett, and not trying to state my opinion on the shot clock matter, but you know.
Well, this is Exhibit A, and why some people think that there should be a shot clock is because this could happen. He's just going to hold the ball probably if nobody's going to put pressure on him, he's probably going to hold the rest of the quarter. So there was Cash trying to maybe push up and get some defense, but this is one of the reasons of some people why they think there should be a shot clock. There is other reasons, but this is the main reason because you can just hold it. And if there's no pressure, the refs can't call anything about it.
Yeah, and I won't name names, but a certain OH reporter thinks that, you know, if you really want the basketball, just go up and get
Travis.
it. But that Travis playing right into the hands of the offense. And, you know, I'm not going to get any more fired up about the shot clock debate as 25 seconds are left here on the third quarter clock. And, you know, Garrett, what are your plans for dinner tonight?
Well, now the clock's getting up there, Storm, so I think we got to go back to calling the game. Now with 13s, they're starting to pass the ball around. Now some pressure's being applied.
Backdoor alley-oop play and a terrific offensive possession there for the Cubs. 5 seconds left now for the Cougars. Half-court heave, Ringler three-point try off the glass, and he makes it, wow! Off of one leg, the Dirk fadeaway off the pass from Jarek Ringler. Oh my goodness! End of the third quarter, now going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Kasasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Kasasa.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
Welcome back to the Cougars Den. Storm Blunchley joined, of course, by the illustrious Garrett Parlett. And Garrett, the reason I'm talking so fast is because I want to take a look at these last couple of replays. Had a real exciting end to this third quarter as Lucas with the perfectly executed alley-oop play. And on the other end, Jarek Ringler to Mason Ringler for an incredible buzzer beater off of one leg. I mean, that is just dirty.
And we talked about it, Storm. Not only was that a huge shot, but that's some great momentum for the Cougars going back. Now they cut it back to a 4-point deficit. So they desperately needed that one just to stay in here and stay in the game.
Jarek Ringler has it for the Cougars. Owen Barker back in the game for Crestview. Mason Ringler down low, kicks it out to Wells. He thought about the three. Great pump fake, goes inside, and that's going to be a charge foul. Another great charge attempt for either one of these squads. That's something we've seen a lot tonight.
Great play right there from the junior Hunter Church, just stepping in there, getting his feet set, taking the contact and taking the body to the floor, getting the charge for the Cubs.
Fonello inbounding it to Corbin Toms. And Garrett, I don't think it'll be any surprise to anyone to see the Lucas Cubs take their time on this possession. Lucas working it around the perimeter. Corbin Toms has it, getting caught down low, almost a turnover, and Cash able to come up with it. Crestview now in the transition offense. Hands it off to Mason Ringler. Owen Barker flashing down low, trying to work it inside. He gets it there. Owen Barker draws the foul, and that's going to be out of bounds, or excuse me, that's going to be baseline out of bounds for the Cougars.
I think the refs ruled that Mason Ringler 3-point shot, Storm, a 2. So,
oh, what?
Yeah, I think they ruled it a 2. But I did think I thought his foot was behind line. We'll take a look at that here in a couple plays when we get the opportunity.
I thought he was almost 3 full feet behind the 3-point line, but I don't know. Maybe my eyesight's starting to go as Lucas unable to hold on to that one. That's going to be a timeout, and we're going to take one more look at that replay. Let's see what happened at the end of the third quarter. Excuse me, that's going to be a foul. And a little bit of curious defense there from Corbin Toms. I don't think I've ever seen someone turn around and kind of box someone out while they were playing offense on the low block. Now we're going to take a look at that replay. So Jarek Ringler across the half-court line. No way! His foot there is, that's almost, I mean, not 3 feet behind the 3-point line. Can we do it frame by frame? Let's take one more look at that one on the Kissel's Lawncare replay.
You can see the color of the court between his foot and the black line. Right there.
Oh, clear as day. Oh, my goodness.
That was a definite 3-point. That could come in handy, Storm, in a very tight, contested ball game like this one.
I mean, one more point. That's a lot in a game like this. Shout out to Adam Thompson for getting us the frame-by-frame look at that one as Lucas has the ball on offense. Logan Toms, Cash right there. Crestview still in the 2-3 zone, and Lucas, once again, relaxing, letting the defense come to them. Fonello now over to Corbin Toms, 3-point try. That one falls, and what a big shot for the Lucas Cubs.
These Tom brothers, Storms, do not care where they're on the floor. They're always confident in their shot-making ability, and right there, Corbin Toms this time knocking down the triple.
Ringler has it, free throw line, poked away. He's able to retain possession, goes inside, picks up his dribble, hits Wells, going back door. That one, a couple of bounces around the rim, able to fall, and Crestview still in this one, 5-point game.
Cougars got to begin to string some stops together. Time is going to become a factor here, just about to be under 6 minutes remaining. And with a team like Lucas that milks the clock, there might only be a couple more possessions in this one, Storm.
Yeah, that is definitely a scary thought, to say the least, is Lucas not going to take that 3-pointer, resetting back things up to Corbin Toms. Now in the corner is Leinhart, back up to Toms. He drives all the way inside, takes a lot of contact, no good, and a great defensive possession for the Cougars now, Garrett, but they have to start scoring here quickly as Ringler is unable to find Wells, and a gorgeous behind-the-back pass from Corbin Toms.
That's not going to help the Cougars right there. A turnover for Mason Ringler. Step too slow, and Lucas going to try to milk this away. Nice pass down low.
Fake 3-point try. Toms drives in, kicks it out to Logan Toms. Swings it all the way out into Leinhart. That's going to be an air ball. Cash the other way. Tom's right there. Ringler with a screen. Thought about the three-pointer. Decides not to shoot it. Gets it over to Jarek Ringler on the left wing. Austin Wells in the corner working it down low to the other Ringler. Doesn't see the man coming behind him. Gets caught up in the paint. Needs to put up something. The baby hook, no good. And another possession where Crestview is unable to put the ball into the hoop. Lucas on offense, 4:44 here to go in the fourth quarter. Crestview still kind of sitting back, playing in their zone as Lucas now making a couple of aggressive moves. They reset back to the top of the key. Three-point try now. Lucas and a big shot. Wow, Corbin Toms with the three-pointer and the steal. Goes inside, reverse layup, high off the glass and in. Garrett, a huge 5-0 run for the Lucas Cubs.
5-0 runs from Corbin Toms himself. Storm knocking down the three ball, then getting the inbound pass steal. A little bit of lazy play there from the Cougars, getting a steal and then making it count. And now, just like that, Storm, 10-point lead for the Cubs.
Yeah, wow. I mean, huge momentum swing, huge run right there. And Crestview, man, it just all comes down to needing to play more consistently. They left a lot of points on the board. I believe it was almost 3 straight possessions where they were not able to score. And, I mean, you score even on 2 of those, and it's a totally different ball game right now.
Well, when you can hold the Cubs to 50 points, you're doing yourself some favors, obviously, but Crestview only 40 points in the game. They scored around 55, 60 points a game, so it's going to be a tough 4 minutes and 16 seconds remaining, especially considering the fact that Lucas slows down the clock at a pretty serious rate. So there's only going to be a couple more possessions if I'm thinking right. I'm assuming that Taylor Eisman and his staff, they're going to want Corbin Toms and Logan Toms to slow it down and really take away the possessions in this one.
Yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down, Garrett. I think that, Crestview, they're only going to have a couple more opportunities to get back into this one, and they're going to have to play a lot better offense than what they've been playing here in the rest of the fourth quarter. Out of bounds, it will be Crestview's basketball out of the timeout. Ringler will have the baseline. Lucas now in a trap defense. Wow, actually. Surprised to not see them kind of hunker down in the half court. His home run ball, Jarek Ringler, touchdown. That one goes up and in, and to me, that's why you don't really run the trap there here in the fourth with a big lead.
Lucas was going to try to put their foot on the gas, Storm, and put this one away early, but touchdown pass right there all the way to the end zone was Ringler to Ringler for 2.
That smooth connection, Garrett, as Lucas gets inside. A big block from Barker. I'm going to say that one's a jump ball. Possession arrow points to the Lucas Cubs, so they're going to have another crack on offense.
I thought they initially called a foul, Storm, and
I did too.
I think it was a good call with the jump. Ham was on top of the ball. It's just tremendous play right there from the Cubs, but they can't convert and they smoke a layup.
Heath Cash has it now at the three-point line. Almost travel, able to keep his footing. Crestview's got to go quickly. 3:45 here in the fourth quarter. Still down 8 points. Hand off to Cash. Thought about the three. Takes it. 2 steps behind the line. One of those nights for him. Another three-pointer falls.
And they needed that one, Storm. Now down 5 points. The game is right back into balance. Crestview's got to continue to string some stops together.
3:33 now left to play. Crestview's got to string together a couple of good defensive and offensive possessions. Fanello thought about the three-pointer, brings it back. They're giving him all the space he wants. Down low, Owen Barker, another big defensive stand. 2 in a row, and they call the foul. Believe that one's going to go on Mason Ringler, so Logan Toms is going to have a couple opportunities at the free throw line.
I think they called that one maybe Ringler, Storm. I think he swatted down at the ball. I think Barker was playing great defense, just had his hands straight up. Going to get a timeout call. Is that one going to go from Kurtz? I think it is, and he's not happy, Storm. He's not pleased with his defense.
Yeah, I mean, how could you be pleased with that result? Lucas able to tack on a couple of easy ones at the free throw line. There's Logan Toms. They actually took a timeout. I believe Logan Toms may have a cut or some sort of bleeding, and he would be the free throw shooter. And I don't know if it's the same in high school, but I know if you don't shoot your free throws on a foul, you can't play the rest of the game. So I don't know what that's like if he has to, or not really sure what that's like. Regardless, they'll burn a timeout, and Logan Toms will shoot those free throws.
See if Crestview, they got to get the offense going. I know they're on a 5-0 run, but with a team like Lucas, we've seen them holding the ball, Storm, at the end of that third quarter. There was like a minute 45 remaining, and they just milked it all the way out. And they're going to continue to do so, but Crestview finally showing some life, trying to show and throw their best knockout punch. Let's see if they can come back and tie this thing up.
Pretty sure that was about that third quarter possession that they had, 3:14. That sounds about right to how long they had that basketball in possession for. And, hey, man, no knock against them. I mean, do what you got to do. It's a competition. You're trying your hardest to win. And
well, not many people find a way to beat them. So
yeah.
if you're that kind of program and you really put your hat on defense, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
If
And
it works,
they're one of the better teams in the area.
First free throw doesn't get to go, and Logan Toms not happy with himself. He'll have one more opportunity to push it to 6. Crestview not needing to shoot the 3 here quickly, but they do need to score. These are all pretty much must-score possessions as Tom's able to knock down the second free throw attempt.
See if the Cougars go back to Cash, and they're not even going to get a chance on offense. It's Toms. Ooh. I think that one might have been clean, Storm.
Yeah, not sure about that one. Let's take a look at the replay. Kissel's Lawncare replay. Jarek Ringler.
That's a tough call.
I think it was on the lower half. I think they got their legs tripped up. We'll take one more look at that one after this free throw. Logan Toms back up at the line. That one falls. Take one more look at this replay, and I really do think it was the bottom half that kind of got entangled up.
I don't know. That one looks pretty clean to me.
Yeah, me too.
But once again, we got it from this view. It could be maybe on the other view there was a little bit of some kind of pushing. So they convert and they're back up to 8 points now off the free throws.
Crestview with 3 minutes now. Got to push the tempo a little bit. Wells directing traffic. Jarek Ringler off a couple of down screens. They hand it off to him. Now Cash in the corner. A little too aggressive on defense is Logan Toms. And Crestview is going to be headed out of bounds to inbound.
See, I don't know if that one was a foul, Storm. That one looked a little clean. a little contact, and refs decided to call it. So both sides getting away with a little bit of iffy calls.
Yeah, I don't know if that's one you call in this stage of the game. That's more of a first quarter foul, but nonetheless, here we are as Ringler has it. Thought about the handoff to Wells. Now he decides to hand it off. 2:38 left to play.
They're trying to get Cash, Storm, and he's just getting put in a box right now from Finello, and finally gets it open. Look, can't get it to go, but there's Barker for the rebound.
Wells now three-point try. That one falls. Crestview still with a little bit of life here late in the fourth quarter.
They will not go away, Storm. They continue to answer the bell and back down 5 points, but they've got to get a stop defensively here. This is where they haven't been able to get a stop. They cut it to 5 here in the fourth quarter once again.
Still within striking distance. Like you said, Crestview just won't go away. Wells guarding Corbin Toms at the top of the key. Now over to Logan Toms. Barker has him switch off onto Jarek Ringler. Backdoor pass. Lucas still looking to waste some time. 1:52. If you're Crestview, when do you think about fouling? Down low. That's going to be a two-pointer from Lockhart.
Crestview had to switch to the man-to-man defense, Storm, and Toms beat Wells off the dribble and had the nice pass down to Leinhardt, and he had a double clutch layup as Wells can't get it to go, and going to be a foul call. That's going to be on Smolin. He's saying he's just trying to box him out.
Yeah, when Barker just so aggressive on that glass. I don't think that's anything malicious, but I definitely think that that's a foul. So Crestview a chance to inbounds down low. Still not out of it, but every possession is a must score, and I don't think they can let Lucas score any more points at all as Wells has it deep in the 5 count, able to get it inside to Barker. He goes to work down low, too strong, gets his own rebound. Back up, left it just short. That one around the bowl and in as there's a lot of contact on the court. Garrett, it's starting to get chippy out there on the floor.
Yeah, Kurtz is letting the Stripes have it. Storm. He is not happy after no foul call there. And now Lucas, they're just going to continue to see if they can pull off this one and pick up one at the Den.
Jarek Ringler right there bringing the double team with Owen Barker. Wells has it, Wells on defense now. Toms now swings it over to Leinhart. That was Finello over in the corner. Toms has it now. Under a minute to play now in the fourth quarter. I believe there was a foul call on the Cougars, so Lucas will inbound.
Did you hear a whistle, Storm?
I did not actually hear a whistle, so maybe my ears are starting to go with my old age too.
No, I mean, they definitely called something because they had to stop and had the inbound pass, so maybe we just didn't hear it. I don't know.
Beats me, but make sure to stick with us after this one. We're going to have a play of the game interview as well as a post-game wrap-up, so make sure you stick with us through that final buzzer, as it looks like as long as Lucas can nail their free throws, that they will be the victors here at the Cougars Den, but a hard-fought game from Crestview nonetheless.
Not completely out of it if Tom's possibly misses one of these free throws, but them Tom's brothers from, they're not going to miss any of these free, easy gimmies. Is now back up to an 8-point advantage. Lucas can get a stop here on this next possession that should probably completely seal it up. Be a huge win for the Cubs, and at least something you can take away if you're the Cougars. Obviously hanging with a tough program like Lucas and a very tightly tested game.
Definitely in Crestview, I mean, just have been playing inconsistent all season long. I know we keep bringing that up, sounding a little bit like a broken record, but that's just kind of what it's been, man. They really haven't been able to beat the teams that should pose a little bit of a challenge to them. They've been beating the teams that they should beat, but, man, when it comes down to these tougher teams in the conference and even out of conference, it's been really a struggle for them.
Yeah, they beat Mansfield Christian the first game of the year, then beat Plymouth, beat Crestline, beat St. Paul, and then lost to Western, South Central, Madison, Monroeville, and then Mapleton. So all pretty tough teams. They weren't able to get any of those wins. And then on the 2-game win streak against Plymouth, and then obviously St. Paul once again. So the teams they should be beating, they are. They just haven't had really that big win they've been able to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and you think that's going to kind of be getting over the hump for them? I mean, getting that first big win against a really challenging opponent, you think that'll lead to some more sustained success for them?
Yeah, this is a nice building block to put your hat on. Hanging with a Lucas squad. Obviously, game not completely over yet. If they can get some 3 balls here, it's going to be very fast, though, if they want any chance. So let's see if they can get it done.
Jarek Ringler has the ball, takes a screen from Mason Ringler. He now has it at the top of the key. Looking to hand it off to Cash. Quick 3-point trigger. No good, and that's going to be another stop for the Cougars. And Garrett, that one should just about do it with under 30 to play.
Yeah, it's probably going to be the foul game here, Storm. That one should wrap things up, and Lucas should move to 10-2 on the year with a big win.
Yeah, all Lucas really needs to do is dribble this one out. Crestview, I don't think, is going to elect to foul here in the end of the fourth quarter. So, well, made me eat my words, as there is a foul call, and Lucas is going to head to the line for a couple more.
What a performance here for Lucas. I know obviously Crestview not one of the top tier basketball teams so far this year, but a tough environment to come in and play. Obviously no slouch Crestview is. They're a very good basketball team. And to hang tough, whether the storms that Crestview was throwing, whether the body blows that they were giving out, and be able to walk out of here with a big win.
Yeah, both teams have nothing to hang their heads about, as Lucas, another perfect 2 for 2 at the line for them. Under 10 seconds, or excuse me, now under 10 seconds to play here in the fourth quarter. Barker has it now. Heath Cash on the 3-point arc, almost turns it over, and does. And that's going to do it here at the Cougars Den, 59-48. Your final. Make sure you stick with us through this break for a player of the game interview as well as a post-game show. But for now, you've been watching High School Hoops live and free on the OH Report.
Here we go.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Casasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, you just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Casasa.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
And where? What do you say? The exclamation point on the night for Maurice Ware.
Welcome back to the Cougars Den, where we're standing courtside with our player of the game, powered by Mechanics Bank, Corbin Toms of the Super Toms brothers. He had 18 tonight and an incredible performance for you guys on the road in a big out-of-conference game. I mean, just talk to me about how it feels to close out that game in the fourth quarter.
Well, I mean, all week, Coach Eisman preached, don't look at Crestview by the record. I mean, all summer we battled with them, and we knew they were going to come out swinging, so he just wanted to make sure that we work on getting that lead and then being able to finish games, because we haven't finished games well this year. So it's nice to just finish that game and extend the lead at the end.
It was a textbook example of how to finish a game tonight. I mean, wow, it was pretty close all the way up until the third quarter, and you guys just exploded into the fourth. What was the end of that third quarter like after Ringler hit that big three. What was the conversation like in that third quarter huddle?
He just told us basically, he said, make sure you finish, make free throws, and take care of the ball. So, I mean, a big momentum swinger for them, but we just wanted to come out and set the tone. It was a big crowds for both ends. It was just nice to hear this gym roaring and just get that momentum into the fourth and finish the game off.
Me and Garrett were talking earlier, that sibling rivalry. We, of course, both have siblings as well as you. You just happen to play high school basketball with yours. I mean, just talk to me about what that fierce competition is like during practice and even maybe sometimes in games.
It's always nice. I mean, growing up, all we did was fight. I mean, it was one-on-one all the time. We were always getting in fights. So it's nice to be on the other end. When I'm passing him the ball, we just got that chemistry from day one. So it's just nice to be able to succeed and then have your brother along with you.
Huge out-of-conference win here tonight, but you guys are also in control of your own destiny in the MBC. Just talk to me a little bit about the schedule going forward.
A lot of people, they say we don't play anybody. Our conference is bad, so we just take that and we run with it. We want to just finish off what we started and just finish the league this week and then just get momentum to go into the tournament.
Corbin, we call those people's haters. Big win for you tonight. Congratulations, of course. Go out and celebrate this one. Thank you very much, man.
Thank you, guys.
Yep. Going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Wrap things up with Garrett Parlett here in the booth. Big shout out to Corbin Toms once again, but we're going to take a quick break. You've been watching High School Hoops live and free on the OH Report.
Instead of paying for some big-name spokesperson, Casasa Checking gives that money back to you in cash rewards. In fact, it just bought me this cup of coffee. See how that works? Amazing! Free checking, cash rewards. Take back banking with Casasa.
Hi, I'm Josh with Scout Construction, proud sponsor of local teams and athletes. Check out your favorite local sports right here on the OH Report.
Hello and welcome back to the Cougars Den. Storm Blumsley back in the booth, of course, with who else but the illustrious Garrett Parlett. And Garrett, we saw a team where unfortunately one team had to lose, but both teams have nothing to hang their hat on.
Very good game, Storm. Both teams really fought all the way into the end, but as we heard from Corbin, Lucas knows how to finish a game, and that they did tonight. They closed that game out pretty quickly there in the fourth quarter and didn't really let Crestview have any shot there at the end. So big win here for Lucas on the road.
Let's take a look at our final stats in our post-game show, brought to you by Kissel's Lawncare, Snow Plowing and Painting. Starting off with the home court Crestview Cougars, 11 field goals, 8 threes, 21 rebounds, 12 fouls, 18 turnovers, shooting 2 of 5 from the free throw stripe. Lucas Cubs, who were victorious in this one, 14 field goals, 5 threes, 19 rebounds, 12 fouls, 12 turnovers, as well as shooting 7 of 8, a healthy percentage from the free throw stripe.
Crestview won the battle from way downtown, but Storm, it didn't matter. The Lucas 7 for 8 from the free throw line. When the game was late in the balance and Crestview turned to the foul game, Lucas was able to knock down those free throws and stay pretty efficient from at the line and really slam the door here on the Cougars at home.
That's what Corbin had said. He said they wanted to close out games, and that is exactly what they did tonight. Once again, your final score, 59-48 in favor of the Lucas Cubs. Coming up tomorrow, we got a big one. Crawford at Cary Boys Hoops, as well as Margaretta at Willard Boys Hoops, or excuse me, Girls Hoops. Storm Blunchley and Garrett Parlett will be on the call for that one, so make sure you tune in. Get some foosing in your belly, that awesome Chinese place down there in Willard. But that's going to wrap things up for tonight. Thank you all very much for watching, as well as all of our wonderful sponsors, all of you wonderful fans who are watching at home. Thank you very much, Garrett, for lending your golden whistle to me on the call, as well as Adam Thompson, Jory Hollenbeck locking it down on camera. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. That's going to do it here from the Cougars Den. And always remember, you've been watching High School Hoops live and free on the OH Report.